In one visual, they can see their entire financial life.
What they tell their friends is, look, you got to go talk to this guy. You need to see what he's got to tell you.
It's been able to help me take these bite-sized financial conversations and take something that can be very complicated and make it very simple for clients to understand.
It puts me in a different light in terms of every other financial advisor out here. Instead of me coming in having this wonderful product to sell, I'm seen more as a financial educator.
Hello, my name is Don Blanton, the president and founder of MoneyTrax and the creator of the Circle of Wealth system. Over 20 years ago, we began developing software tools for financial services professionals to help them communicate at the highest levels with their clients. In addition to our software, we've also built one of the most efficient training programs in the industry. We're most proud of the thousands of producers who have purchased our system, engaged in our trainings, and have taken their practice to the next level. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to several of them and allow you to hear and see for yourself what the Circle of Wealth system has done for them and what it can do for you and your clients.
Circle of Wealth system has been an immense help in communicating with clients because it gives me a language that is customer friendly. I don't sound so much like a salesman as much as an advisor.
It is a teaching tool, and we all need a teaching tool. And so if I can take one piece of the pie and help them understand the pros and cons of that particular financial decision, it helps them make better decisions in the long run. And so each one of the, if you have the computer open and you've got all of those icons, I can pick any one of those and have a conversation with them, and they can follow along, and all we're doing is focusing on that one issue.
One of the biggest benefits I've had with clients is the fact that they have those aha moments. The light bulb clicks on. And you sit down and you have a process, you have communication tools, you have the software to back it up, and you're making sure you're giving them the best possible information and educating them. People like education, and they're very comfortable with it.
We're able to work with individuals who may be big picture oriented, or there may be those who are very detail oriented and very analytical, and everything that we say we can actually validate with mathematics.
What Circle of Wealth has done is it's made my clients aware of things they weren't aware of. It's education rather than talking about product. It's a process. A lot of people are expecting you to hawk a product, and that's not what this is about. It's making them understand how money works.
The language that we learn in Circle of Wealth system helps us be that advisor to communicate far more effectively than we've ever been able to do before.
My personal background is management consulting, and so I helped Fortune 500 companies learn how to become more efficient with the resources they have. And so one of the things that attracted me to Circle of Wealth is I could take that same kind of philosophy in the boardroom and really bring it into the living room of individual lives. Rate of return will only get you so far, but the reality is that if I'm more efficient with how I use the resources I have in my own personal economy, I'll end up much further ahead down the road.
The concept of making unnecessary wealth transfers is foreign to them. And looking at where they're actually making mistakes rather than just rate of return is very enlightening to them.
Everybody leaks wealth. They just don't know it. We all are doing things that we probably should have thought about a little bit more before we did them.
The personal economic model has just given me more tools to use to help people understand what investments are and how they could lose money and what their risk factors are. What are the eroding factors that can happen to that tank?
The personal economic model really is a phenomenal tool. In a very simplistic and simple picture, it communicates everything that a client is doing with their money.
Many people are visual. They need a tool to put their arms around so they can really grasp their financial life in a way that has never been presented to them before.
Our job is to paint a picture for where they're going to be 5, 10, 15 years from now. And when they can see that picture that we're painting together, they love it, and they have no more fear.
Circle of Wealth has impacted my life sales from day one. I'm a $1 million producer, $1 million roundtable life member, and that all started when the first year after I started working with MoneyTrax. MoneyTrax has increased my overall production in the investment side, annuity side, long-term care, disability, it all comes down to talking to the client about that protection level.
Life insurance sales, for me, when I started using the Circle of Wealth, I quadrupled my income the first year. It's not uncommon for me to sell $20, $30, $40 million of death benefit in a year in life insurance coverage. And prior to Circle of Wealth, it would be common for me to maybe sell $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 to $1 million, maybe $2 million of death benefit in a year. So certainly my both term and permanent insurance sales have gone up dramatically. About 50% of my business every year comes from the sale of non-insurance products, investment products, annuities, mutual funds, managed money. And what's interesting to me is that I don't lead with investments ever, and yet I still pick up enough of that business as part of the process that it represents a significant portion of my income each year.
It's really centered on the customer. The result is increased sales of all kinds of products because the product has to fit the problems that the client has, not the other way around, where we sell the product whether the client really needs it or not. What a huge difference that's made.
They know what to expect when they sit down with a regular financial person, and when they sit down with me because of the Circle of Wealth, it opens their eyes to so many possibilities that what they tell their friends is, look, you got to go talk to this guy. And it's been instrumental in not only the growth of our agency, but my conviction of how I can help people.
They get excited about what we're doing and the results that they're seeing, and the fact that they can put their head, and I hear this all the time, I can put my head on my pillow at night and know that I'm in a much better place than I was prior to. And that, to me, is better than any sale I ever make.